guys? It's Lala Golden, and today I'm gonna tell you the story of when I found out I was pregnant. Yes, pregnant. And it's not like a common story that teens talk about. It's kind of weird, actually. But anyways, let's get into it. Anyways, it was around January. That's not when he was conceived, but around January, my mom said I looked pregnant. This is how it all started. It's around January, maybe close to my sister's birthday, around that area.
Squad.
And she was like, "You look pregnant," and I was like, "What are you talking about? I look pregnant? Are you kidding me?" Well, that was in my mind. I really didn't say that. It was in my mind. I was like, "I'm not pregnant," but I did tell her I'm not pregnant. And as you see, that was a false claim that I said. But at the time, I didn't know I was pregnant. Anyways, my mom, she was talking about you look pregnant, and then I decided, I was talking to my friend Brandy, and I told her, I'm gonna go take a test. Cause it was only one time. It wasn't like it was like a bunch of times. It was just one time. Anyway, back to the story. I told my best friend Brandy that I would go to the doctors and take a test. Now, when I went to the doctors to take a test, at this time my mom did not know I went to the I made an appointment to go take a pregnancy test. I told her like maybe a day later or something. Yeah, it was like a day later. Yeah, I think it was a day later. I was like, I'm gonna go take a test. Anyways, well, she went to the place with me to make an appointment, and at the time I was like so very positive that I was not pregnant at all. And I don't even know why I thought I was not pregnant, because everybody knows when you do the bang bang, you that's when you're married, that's what you do to conceive children, So I don't know what I was thinking at the time. But and at the time I was not with my son's father. We were just not together. Pretty much. We broke up the day he another story went out about that later on. But anyways, we weren't together at the time, but I did tell him I might be pregnant. Because I wasn't for sure, because my body was feeling all kinds of crazy, and I was not enjoying that. And anyways, back to the part. Me and my friend went down there. We asked to make an appointment to take a test. So we went down there to take a test. No, we went down there to sign up. Well, we went down there so I can sign up. Not sign up, but make an appointment to take the pregnancy test. And then after that, I was just chilling, just waiting for. I think it was. I'm not for sure if it was 2 days or 1 day later, but it was like I want to say 2 days later. I want to say because the next day I told my mom I made an appointment to go to the doctors and get a test. Take a test. And yeah, it was the next day. And then she was like, okay. And then she was like, "Are you serious? You really think you're pregnant?" I was like, I don't want to say yeah, but there was a possibility. There was, So, okay, the next day after that, I went to school. Of course, because I was in school. I was a senior. I went to school, and because it happened after school, so I went to school. I was, doing my school thing, whatever high school students do. And I did that, and then next thing you know it, the bell rings, we ain't getting all in details of what I did in school, but after the school was over, I was waiting for my best friend Brandy, because she was gonna come with me and find out with me. So it wouldn't, because I was kind of scared. I'm not gonna lie, I was freaking out, but I wasn't freaking out like to around everyone, you know, like not my family, not my associated friend. My friend came with me. I was waiting for her after school. She came with me, and we were walking to the it's I think it's a clinic or something. I don't really. It was a doctor's office clinic. I don't really know what it is. I think well, it's a doctor's office. I'm just gonna say it's a doctor's office because I don't know what else to call it. And so, anyways, we went there. I told you guys I was freaking out, but yeah, I was freaking out like crazy. I thought the world was like, you know, I was like, why am I don't even know why I was really freaking out. I guess it was because, like, you know, am I ready for this? Am I like, you know, because, you know, if you really think about it, like, in that moment, you're like, okay, like, you know, during the other 2 past days, I was cool. I was like cool and just chill, and I was just, I don't know, when the day came, I was like freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I don't got no one. I'm not talking about like family wise or friends wise. I'm talking about like the other person, you know. So when the doctor, no, yeah, okay, they called my name. Oh no, I had to sign a piece of paper. So I was sitting there signing a piece of paper, and I was thinking, I was talking to my friend. I was like, what if I'm really pregnant? Like what if I'm like seriously pregnant? You know? Like I was like, what am I going to do? You know? I'm a senior. I didn't really experience my childhood how I wanted to. But she was like, "You're pregnant? You're pregnant." I was like, "Yeah, that's very true. I'm gonna be pregnant anyway." So after that, I signed up everything, waiting in the waiting room. It took forever for them to call me because literally it's like the time almost like it was almost time for them to close, and they still never called me. So it took a while. I was waiting for like a good like 3 hours for them to call me, and we're just sitting there bored the whole time because, you know, we didn't have the phones that they did now. They kind of did, but I didn't. Okay, I didn't at the time. You know, I didn't have that internet stuff. Okay, because we was in 2014. Yes, 2014. Was it? Yeah, it was 2014. It was in that time. I didn't have, like, you know what? I really didn't care for phones, really, honestly. Now, dude, of course. There's great phones out there. Well, anyways, you know, let's get off the, you know, phone stuff. But anyways, they finally called us in. I had to, you know, pee in a cup, you know. Because when you go to the doctor's office, that's what you do. You pee in a cup. I don't want to, you know, that's a TMI, but hey, sharing my story. Anyways, I peed in the cup, and then I was in the waiting room. To be honest, I was a little emotional, and I was, cause I don't know what I was like, I really don't know what I was expecting, because it was kind of just like, it was like, I had in my mind I was not pregnant. Like, I kind of, like, 1% of me was like, oh, you're pregnant, but the other 99.99% was like, you are not pregnant. Like, no, you're not pregnant. And so, you know, it's almost closing time because, you know, they take forever. It was almost closing time at the doctor's office, and they were like, the nurse came in and said, "You're pregnant." I'm like, excuse me? I was like, are you sure? Like, do I need to take another test? Like, literally, I did say this stuff. But I was like, are you sure? Do I need to take another test or something? Like, is this positive? Is this my test? He was like, yes, you are pregnant. I was like, oh, wow, okay. You know, it wasn't the reaction I thought I was going to have, because you know those stories how those girls found out they pregnant and they all emotional. That's kind of how I felt when the nurse told me I was pregnant. That's how I pictured it when I was in there. But I was like, okay. So after that, told me I was pregnant. Some lady came in and said she was asking me. She was a teen mom herself, so except she's a little older. She has like 3 kids and she was married already. But her first child was like my age, but she had it she told me, was this my first kid? And, you know, at first I felt offended. I was like, what do you mean? Is this my first child? I'm about to birth into the world. But you know, I was like, okay, let me just I was like, no, it's not my no, this is my first child. I don't have any other kids. And she was like, okay. And then she was like, do you plan to have this child? I looked at her, I was like, yes, what do you mean? Like, I'm gonna have my children, okay? No abortion on this side, okay? Because there's always options for me in my situation. There was always an option. But she was like, you're gonna have to go on birth control so you don't have any more kids or something after you have the baby. And you know me, I'm just sitting here like it was just one time. It wasn't like it was multiple times with multiple it was one time. And you telling me I need to go on some birth control. Like I'm sitting here just, you know, gapping my legs to everybody. I'm gonna have to edit that out. But anyways, she was like, okay, but she was like, do you have a stable home? Can you take care of your kid? Oh, can you take care of a baby at this age? So yes. I don't even know why she was telling me this up. It kind of sounded like she wanted me to have an abortion, but like now that I think about it, but I don't know. She was just asking a lot of questions, and then she was like, so you're going to have to make another appointment so we can check to see how far along we are. Because, you know, I was just way off on, like, stuff. Because if you know that they ask you when was your last period. Me, I have irregular period, so I didn't know when it was, how it would, when it was coming. I did not know. So she was like, you have to come in so we can figure out how far along you are. So there was that. So I called. We left the office because she gave me a piece of paper saying I'm pregnant. Like my test that I took was positive. So we get the paper and then we leave. And then we had to call. She told me to call back in 2 weeks to make an appointment because they were booked. So I called back. No. So I did that, and then what else happened? Oh yeah, we left the office, and then we went to. We were walking home because she. Well, no, she was walking me home. I think. No, she was walking me to the bus stop because I had to catch the bus home, and she was gonna walk. And she lived right next to the bus stop where we were at. So I called my mom. Cause my first person who found out I was pregnant was Brandy. She was with me. Second person was my mom, cause you know I called her, and this was my exact words to her. I was like, she was like, hello, are you pregnant? I was like, I'm so sorry, mom, but I am pregnant. And she was like, oh, don't be sorry. It's okay. I'm like, oh, she is very loving. Oh, my goodness. I was thinking the whole opposite. Like, she was going to throw me out or something. But no, she was like, it's okay. We can get through this. You know, it's going to be my first grandbaby. And then she was like, wow, like, I'm actually, like, you know, it didn't click into her until I was, like, popping out. But I wasn't popping out. But I was, like, you know, when my stomach was showing, it's like, no, it was when I get, you know, I tell y'all when she thought she was grandmother, because it wasn't when I told her, but she was just like, you know, very loving and nurturing towards me, because I was just kind of like, I'm about to give birth, like, does it hurt? Like, I never gave birth before, like, does it hurt? Like, seriously, like, you know, some people say, oh, it didn't hurt, some people say it does hurt, that's what's going through my head. And then my mom was like, well, we'll talk about this when you get home. And, you know, I felt very like she was going to kill me kind of type. Because she was like, we'll talk about this when we get home. Like, what you mean by that? Like, you know, I was a little, like, skeptical of going home around that time. But anyways, about that. So I was waiting at the bus stop, and I was sitting there thinking, like, I'm about to be a mother. Like, I'm seriously, like, this is no joke. This is reality. I had to pinch myself a few times. Like, I was like, is this really reality of what's going to happen? So, I caught the bus home, and I was just walking down the street very slow. It wasn't fast at all. It was super slow, and I was like, okay, I'm walking towards the house. I walk in the house, and then my mom was like, I don't believe you. Show me the test. And I was kind of confused because she was very supportive over the phone. And I was like, here's the test. I'm pregnant. I think I still have that. Paper saying I'm pregnant. I think I still have it. I don't know. And then got home. I showed her the paper. She was like, man, you're really pregnant. And then she was like, see, a mother knows her child. Because she did call it first. And she was like, a mother knows their child. So I was like, yeah. And then she was like, it's going to be okay. We're going to be good. He's going to be taken care of. And I was like, yeah. Well, no. She did say he. Because she wanted a grandson. Now, she spoke he before he was here, you know? Or before I found out he was a he. Okay? And I was like, okay, a he, I want a girl. See, I wanted a girl. Like, that's going to be another story of my pregnancy video or pregnancy birth or whatever. That's going to be another video that I'm going to talk about. But, it was kind of, like, weird, and just like I wasn't even for sure. Like, I was like, is this really life? Am I really going to be a mother? And it was weird. It was just super weird because I was like, I'm pregnant. Like, there's actually a human being in my stomach. Like, what can you say about that? Like, seriously, especially for a young teenager, like, what are you supposed to say about that? So it's like, so yes, you guys, thank you for tuning in for my story time about when I found out I was pregnant. Now, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel because there will be other videos to come. Thank you. Peace out. And invite others.